Hi guys, welcome to the channel of love. So it's kind of like the second, what's the second instalment of today's readings apparently. So I'm drawn to come on, which isn't a problem if it's not a problem me eating, because I'm hungry. Jasper was pestering me. I managed to do some housework, and then it was like, okay, we're going to come back on. Let's do it. Well, the laptop needed a charge. So as I've pulled the charger in, melon, it pulled in this DVD. London has fallen. Look for the signs. Okay, look at the state of Big Ben. I've not been to London for a while. Did have all scaffolding up around it. I don't know if it's been taken down. Anyway, so we can have a chat, but I do need to get some juicy fruit into my body. Great. I thought there was apple in here. I was mistaken. Just melon and grapes. Cup of sunshine, and lots of sunshine streaming in. I did put the lights on because I was hoping it might even out the light in here, but resurrection, and there's the resurrection now. Genius, here we go. Resurrection. Ten of Swords. We know what the resurrection is. The Ten of Swords means you're down. Only one way to go now. The only way is up, baby. So let's do another video, which is absolutely fine. No live because I'll be on for a couple of hours. But we can most definitely maybe premiere this. We'll see. Once it's uploaded, whether I have the time to premiere with you. Okay. Whoop. I've got all melon and grapes in my teeth now. Okay. But I do need to eat. You do. It's the Nine of Swords. So we're kind of coming from the Ace to the 10 to the 9. Nine of Swords is nightmares. When you can't sleep. Toothache by chance? It hurts to eat on this side. It's 1544. It's 3:44 in the afternoon. Hello there. You've got a baton. Have you taken that off the person that's been doing the battering? Complete nightmare. Because you're holding a baton now. It's the way that you actually hold in yourself. You're taking a pew. Okay, for a few moments, just to kind of compose yourself. Look, your hands on the chair there. You've got this batting. You've got this battering. Enough, anyway. Enough. Enough of the nightmares. Nine of Wands. I'm trying to think what the Nine of Wands is. It's like, what? Why? Don't ask me. Well, you're the tarot reader. Okay, let me think. What's the Nine of Wands? Oh, having spiritual strength. 10 of Wands is the heavy burden. 9 of Wands is having spiritual strength. The Lovers. It's a proposal. Cupid's even got his blindfold on going, oh, just do it. Why is the I wanted to call them the High Priest, looking up, the priest here looking up to Cupid. Have a look. So a hit and miss is coming up. Oh, a hit and miss. Maybe someone went to swing for you. You dodged. Dodged a bullet. Dodged something. Got out of the way. Hit and miss. That'll put an end to that, won't it? And then we have justice here. I did feel like this high priest here was justice. I wanted to call them the high priest. Justice is here. What else are we talking about? Seven of Wands. You standing your ground. Five of Swords. You surrendering. That's when you stop the fighting. Seven of Pentacles. It's about bloody time. That's what it is, waiting for the right time, for that time, the harvest. You're normally getting quite tired at this stage of waiting. And then we have a lady, so it's like a lady in waiting. Okay, you're going to surrender, looks that way. And the Ten of Pentacles, you're surrendering to the legacy. The Four of Swords, you're resting, healing, rejuvenating. We come back on for another reading. Had time to have a think? Awesome. Shall we play with the fairies? It's better than playing with your food, Lucy. I'm very aware that I play with my food. Thank you for pointing that out. Already noticed. Okay. Got the washing machine on, guys. Let's clean all that dirty laundry. It's not actually my dirty laundry, it's my daughter's. So. I'm going to call this video for whoever needs to hear this. Yeah, I think so. Okay, so we have the Nine of Swords. Complete nightmare. Let's have a look. Two of Summer. Oh, that's the Two of Cups. So, as you can see, the masculine here, he's resting a little bit, like this King of Wands is. The positioning of the legs. You're in position. Okay, Divine Masculine, you're in position. Spotlight's on you. Not on me. Oh. A little bit. Falling in love or making a serious commitment to someone, forgiveness and the resolution of a problem. Don't give up, your relationship can be healed. Taking a bit of a battering. You've got the wand now, you've got the baton. So enough is enough. That's all that was coming through. Enough of the fighting. Ridi Bastoni or Ridi Bastoni, King of Wands. Six of Autumn, you're bringing in the balance now. The good you do comes back to you. Maybe you won't keep getting such a beating if you're a nice person. Okay, well, listen, you attract. I'm talking about a spiritual beating here. It's like enough. The good you do comes back to you. An unexpected inflow of money. Pick that up, is that you had kind of received a wad of cash. And borrowing wisely or repaying a debt. So you might have borrowed money. You might have been paid back money that maybe you loaned to someone else. Police, come in, listen to my safe today. Is the door locked? The door's locked. It's all good. No robbers are coming to steal my money. The good you do comes back to you. Stop fighting. And then you'll stop getting beaten up energetically. That's what I feel, it's an energetic. Because you're needing to be spiritually strong. So if there was fighting, you're kind of avoiding that now. It's done. You found the balance. That's really nice. Okay, so now we have the 9 of Wands. Took me a while to recall that card. It takes you a while to recall that you do have protection, spiritual support around you. 7 of Winter, 7 of Swords. Now, we've got the 5 of Swords. Normally when this card comes out, I kind of wonder whether the Deceit card will come out, which is the 7 of Swords. But it has 7 of Winter. It says there is a better choice, not seeing things clearly and running away from the truth. I don't feel it's the Divine Feminine here. She's taken it all in her grace, in her glory. I'm on the edge of glory. We know, we can see. You're on the edge of glory. Been running away. Needed some time just to have a think. We've got Justice here. That's lovely. This is all coming out with you being spiritually strong. Divine Feminine's, yeah, okay. She's just skating along here with her little bottle of love. So for you, Divine Masculine, there is a better choice. Not seeing things clearly and you're running away from the truth. So spiritual support comes in. Boom. Assistance. Justice. Take the time to review the details carefully. You will win in the end. Fair and objective decisions. Need to have a think here. Is that Sword of Resurrection we saw to start with when I split the deck with the 10 of Swords. Heavy burden. Okay. 3 of Autumn. Itchy hand. Oh, some goodness coming. Follow your passion when it comes to your career. Be the best at what you do. Being compensated for your creative talents. What have you been paid for? There's definitely this energy of Divine has delivered some abundance to you. However you view that. 3 of Autumn. That's working income partnership. What does that mean? Income partnership. You're working in compassionate partnership with the Divine. But that's the good that you do. Will come back to you. Compassion. Highest level of love. Compassion. 2 of Winter. Okay, indecision here. Indecision is holding you back. Make the choice that's best for you rather than trying to please others and feeling trapped between the intellectual and the emotional. Just having that step back. A little bit of a breather here. It's all looking a bit musical, magical. It could be the songs are really like resonating with you. So you're syncing up with the songs. A bit too much. And then the 3 of Spring. This is a manifestation coming. It says plan your next step with an eye to the long term. Have patience. There are more good things to come. Satisfaction from a job well done. The Divine Feminine here taking it all in her grace and glory. She's already feeling glorious. Oh, it takes me to glory again now. At first I was afraid. I was petrified. Kept thinking I could never live without you by my side. But then I spent so many nights thinking how you did me wrong. And I grew strong. And I learned how to get along. Should we leave it there? We know how it goes. And here you are, transformed into this beautiful butterfly. Don't worry about, and now you're back. Don't let that part worry you. How you're going to be received, okay? Because there are songs out there that will say, you know, you're not getting another chance and how dare you come back. And that's just pain and shame. Okay, that's not unconditional love at the highest degree, is it? Because we're looking for compassion. So I'm going to stop it when it says, go on now, go, walk out the door. Just turn around now, because you're not welcome anymore. That's an unhealed heart. Weren't you the one who tried to chase me with goodbyes? Did you think I'd crumble? Did you think I'd lay down and die? Well, we do go through the spiritual death. This is not a lie. It's been a painful journey, Divine Masculine, as it has been for you too. Okay, but there's still healing that needs doing, especially if you're fearing that response. If you're fearing that response, you're going to attract it. So you need to change around the way that you're viewing this. Okay? Right. Hit and miss. Hit or miss? Okay. That's your own fear being projected, and that is what you will receive. If somebody truly and sincerely loves you, it's not going to matter how long the time difference is or what's gone on. They're going to be pleased to hear and see from you. Full stop. Full stop. Okay, so the manifestation here. Let's look at the lovers here. Because, like I said, the High Priest, I felt it was actually a masculine energy, looking up to Cupid here. The Divine Feminine will go through that stage where she does want to close the door on it, but that is a stage, it is a phase, and then you get over that. And the Divine Feminine is very strong, and it's acceptance. Four of Autumn, so we're definitely looking for stability here. The Four of Pentacles, and that is what you'll be looking for, and also your Divine Feminine will be looking for, stability. So you're looking for that within each other. Okay. Seek and you shall find. So what are you seeking? Are you seeking rejection? If you are, that is what you're going to attract. This needs both of you to be in the Four of Pentacles energy, where you're stable and secure within yourself, knowing what it is that you're wanting. Okay. It says manage your resources wisely, achieve a balance in how you spend and save money, and help out those who are less fortunate. Now the money aspect's coming in here. Manage your resources wisely. Is it all about the money, or is it about love? You do have to get a balance, of course you do. Achieve a balance in how you spend and save money. It's not just money you need to find a balance with, it's with love as well. How you spend and save love. And help out those who are less fortunate. So it's more about giving rather than receiving. That's what's come up with the lovers here. And that does look like what the High Priest is looking up to is, are these couples stable and secure within themselves? Justice is here to bring in the balance. Major Arcana for the lovers that's coming in. As you can see though, Justice is looking down at the scales, has the Sword of Resurrection. Let's have a look. This is when divine timing will come in, that you just do not understand or don't want to understand, is divine timing. If you're not ready, it's not coming. Prince of Winter, well, it's a masculine that's coming in here. He's intellectual, determined, focused and impulsive. So at any time, the scales are balanced out at any time. You need to work on your own stability first. The need to act quickly and decisively, sudden or unexpected changes. And this has everything to do with you as being your foundation. You can have firm foundations around you and feel like your life is all sorted, but if you're not firm and stable and secure, then none of that will matter. The Prince of Winter. Okay, let's have something more to eat. I think I must automatically eat on my left side, as it's quite hard to train my mind to eat on that side. Where have you gone? How many cards went? Was it just the one? Am I going to be able to... Let's see if we can hook it in. Come here, come here. You just the one card? I believe so. You have to come a bit closer. Dust you off. 10 of Winter, 10 of Swords. Okay. I'm clarifying you being spiritually strong. I'm going to say Divine Masculine and Divine Feminine. It's for both to take on board here. Okay. 10 of Winter, there is a feminine here. It says the resolution of difficulties, a weight lifted off your shoulders, and the end of an addiction or codependency. Depending on the outside world to provide for you, when actually it's your inner world that is going to provide all the nutrients and goodness that you need. Feed it well. We have the 5 of Swords, that's a surrender card. Surrender, you'll release that sword now of resurrection. Ace of Summer. As I was shuffling, it was like, I can't get no. You can't get no what? Resolution? No, 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 no. Well, how about, yeah, yeah, yeah. That's what I say. Ace of Summer. You've got the Holy Grail here. Ace of Cups. Open your heart to love. This is a surrender. The beginning of a new intimate relationship or the rebirth of a current one. The awakening of psychic abilities or spiritual epiphanies. Just needed some time out. Okay, to compose yourself again. Frustration. Waiting for it. Waiting for your harvest. There's definitely a frustration with oneself. And there's a lady in waiting. Okay. So if you are feeling frustrated, you might want to take on board that that could be your masculine's frustration that you could be feeling. And it's mirroring. 7 of Summer. Look at this. It's that rainbow bridge. It's that beam of rainbow. There's no more procrastinating. Your power comes from making a decision, Divine Masculine. Ready to shine your rainbow light? Confusion that arises from overanalyzing the options. There's a lady in waiting. Who's waiting here? A Queen of Cups. Nine of Autumn. Yeah, she's definitely waiting for you, Divine Masculine. Now, Divine Feminine, pick up what this card says. Reward yourself for all your hard work, being happily and successfully self-employed, cherishing your time alone. No neediness. Very content with yourself. The legacy. Down to Divine delivering this when the time's right. If you're not stable enough and secure, you both have to have gone through the transition, the 5 of Pentacles with the 5 of Pentacles. If you're not stable and secure, it's not being delivered. The Emperor. Use logic and structure to increase your success. Get organised, a firm but compassionate leader. Compassionate. It's that compassion. Okay. Nice reading. Should we have a grape? Have a grape. I'll have a grape. We'll have a look and see what the oracles want to say. We'll have a look at the bottom of the deck first. Release. It's ego. It's death card. Let go of the past, an ending that makes way for new opportunities, and it's time to move on. Move on from that same old song that you've been singing. You're saying, I can't get no. Well, guess what you're going to get? No satisfaction. Exercise. Run, walk, swim, or otherwise move your body, and this will give you more energy and happiness. It does say here, no more procrastinating. Your power comes from making a decision. Move, exercise. Let's read it. Healthy eating, exercise. Exercise helps you breathe air deeply, which makes your body feel alive and awake. Breathing air so deeply can also spark new ideas and answers to your questions. Well, you had to retreat to take a deep breath, to kind of compose yourself. See what happens when you stop and actually focus on your breathing? Take a breather. Breathing air so deeply can also spark new ideas and answers to your question. This card asks you to exercise more often to take your life to a higher level. Sometimes you may not feel like exercising because you're bored, tired, or busy. Yet even just a little activity can make you feel much better than you did before. It's worth the time and trouble to exercise because afterwards you'll have more energy to play and get your chores and other work done. Exercise helps you sleep better, which improves your outlook and moods. Plus, it's the best way to deal with stress. After you're done exercising, you'll forget about any troubles, or you'll have answers to help you deal with them. I like this part. Exercise is more fun with a friend or family member. It is. It's kind of like this feeling of always having to do everything alone. You're not alone. And divine counterparts would want to help and support each other once they can actually help and support themselves. Or you can take a dog or a friend's on a long walk or run. Do something physical every day and you'll thank yourself for it. Just a step in the right direction every day. Sometimes we have little relapses. We get bored of the same old story. And it's okay to be different. You don't need to be like everyone else. You're perfect just as you are. I want to say maybe you're feeling as if you're not doing things like the traditional way, the way that they should be done, but it's okay to be different. It's okay to try different approaches. It says everyone wants to be liked, so it's normal that you want to fit in with other people. You may compare yourself with others and feel like you don't belong. You may even feel that you're not as good as other people, but this card is here to tell you that your special talents are needed in this world. You don't need to change in order to please others. If you try to be different from who you really are, you won't be happy and you won't make true friends. But if your inner voice tells you to improve yourself through learning new skills and taking care of your body, then you're being good to yourself. Now that's interesting. Have a listen to what it states, your inner voice will tell you. But if your inner voice tells you to improve yourself through learning new skills and taking care of your body, then you're being good to yourself. Just two things they stated there. Learning new skills, improving yourself through self-development, personal development, and taking care of your body, then you're being good to yourself. This will lead you to true friends who really love you as you are. As long as you feel good about yourself, you're doing well. The best way to do this is to tell the truth, treat people with kindness, keep your promises, and do the work that you need to do. You needn't be perfect, wear the latest styles, or be the most popular person. Just trust that God made you exactly how you're supposed to be, and make the very best of what you've got. It's okay to be different and to do things differently. Okay. And believe in yourself, the biggest thing. Believe in yourself. See yourself doing well, and you will. Regardless of what your outer circumstances look like or appear to look like. Believe in yourself. This card asks you to hold positive thoughts and feelings about yourself. If there's something you need or want, then hold a vision of yourself doing well. Only think positive thoughts about yourself, such as, I can do it and I am good at this. The more you believe in yourself, the better everything will go. If you expect success, you'll have good results. But if you worry about failing, you won't enjoy your experiences. You can enjoy life more if you believe in yourself. If someone else tells you that you won't succeed, then picture a big X through their words to cancel them. Don't let someone else's words take away your belief. Instead, act in a way that makes them change their mind and see what you can really do. Belief means making a decision such as, yes, I can do this. When you clearly decide to do it, instead of just trying, you approach the situation with confidence. It doesn't matter if you're doing something new. What matters is that you believe that you can do it. Each time you do something new, you learn and grow. And you'll thank yourself for learning that you can do anything you truly believe you can do. Wow. It's most definitely coming in because most of us are stepping outside of our comfort zones, stepping outside the box, thinking outside the box, having a look at actually the belief systems, the principles that are in place and whether or not they actually, do you want to do things that way? And it takes a brave soul, someone who most definitely does believe in themselves, understands that it's okay to do things differently. And I feel actually will exercise their beliefs. Okay, excuse me. Happy thoughts. You don't want to do anything, do you, that you're kind of scared of or fearful? Happy thoughts. Keep those thoughts happy. Believe in yourself. To feel happier right now, think about a memory or something else that makes you smile. What's that? What is it that you think about that makes you smile? That happy thought. You get lost in there. Okay. Let's have some melon. Shall we look at your sacred destiny then? Why not? A happy thought to think about. Why not? Why not? Why not focus on those happy thoughts? Don't they feel better than the negative ones? You'll get more done by focusing on the happy thoughts. Okay, you'll achieve more. Not you'll get more done, you'll achieve more in the long run. Patience. Big one on this journey. Patience. Dense fog. Water represents our emotions, our feelings, our subconscious and our nocturnal dreams. When the water becomes condensed as fog, we can't see clearly. Fog occurs when the air is cooled to the point at which it cannot hold all the water vapour it contains. Thus, it condenses water vapour where it is suspended in the air as fog. We can't see what's ahead, and things that look one way in the fog will look another way in the light. However, when you can't perceive what's on the horizon in life, your imagination can surge forward and your sixth sense can be ignited. Okay, let's see what the sacred landscape wants you to know. In dense fog, it's best to be quiet and still. For now, don't go forward. Wait. It's hard to see what lies ahead, and things may not be as they seem. Things that seem one way may, in fact, be completely different. Be patient. The truth will emerge. In this state of obscured visibility, your imagination and intuition can be sparked. If you can wait long enough, your dreams and inner yearnings can come to fruition. Listen to your intuition and pay attention to those seemingly random thoughts. Seemingly random. Seemingly random because they're not resonating with the old way of being, but they're definitely resonating with you. Okay. So if you can wait long enough, your dreams and inner yearnings can come to fruition. So if you're not going to wait, what are you going to do? Abandon your beliefs? Ditch the love? Ditch the happy thoughts? Or are you able to just hang on in there if you wait long enough for your dreams to come to fruition? Because they're coming. You ditch the journey. The journey of ascension. Good luck with that one. You'll be back next week. Or you'll want to come back within, well, just, it's fine. If you want to ditch it all, good luck with that. You'll need it. You will need it. Good luck. Because you'll be attracting some shit if you get too negative about it and you ditch it all. You give up on it. You won't be attracting it anymore. So. Moon cycles. We've just gone past the full moon. You're in the process of dumping out all the shit that's toxic within you. That don't mean you give up on love and that you become toxic yourself. It's a cleansing. Okay, moon cycles. Notice how the moon affects your energy and manifestations and capitalise upon these cycles. It's good to get rid of all the toxic energy, the toxicity within your life. It's not good to think negatively about it. Moon cycles. I don't know my alphabet. I've just opened up to, I don't know my alphabet. I do know the alphabet. Moon cycles. The full moon, which we've just had, guys, is a perfect time to release anything you're done with, and the new moon is a time to focus on manifesting desires and intentions, and the evening before the full moon is an optimal time for healing and for recharging healing instruments such as crystals and oils. Spend time looking at the moon and notice how you feel in relationship to its cycles. As you discover the moon's connection with your vitality and moods, you'll be more in touch with its divine magic. So this could be something that keeps occurring, like every month. I suppose like they would say like a lady, or she's on her monthlies, okay, because her mood might change. You have to become like aware of your own temperament during the moon cycles, and it will help you then adjust your vibration. So working with Archangel Haniel. Haniel's aura is bluish white, like the full moon's glow. The crystal associated with Haniel is the moonstone, which has magical nurturing energy associated with it. Wear or hold a moonstone whenever you wish to feel close to Haniel. She will care for you with her nurturing mother energy and effect miracles with her love for you. You looking for a miracle? Yeah, it's just told you what to do. Wear or hold a moonstone whenever you wish to feel close to Haniel. She will care for you with her nurturing mother energy and effect miracles with her love for you. If you don't have a moonstone, it's not an excuse to get out of this one. Look up at the moon, okay? Hold that in your gaze. She will care for you with her nurturing mother energy and effect miracles with her love for you, if you allow her to love you. I can't make you love me if you don't. You can't make your heart feel something that it won't. Okay. Romance angels. Okay, we'll go for the romance angels. Then I'm going to get an enchanted map. Read both meanings for it. How long have I been on? Okay, 41 minutes. That's cool. I'm contemplating who we're going to finish off with, and I believe it could be the Mother Mary. Romance angels, let's see what they would like to say. Express your love. Go ahead and make the romantic gesture. Divine Masculine. If your Divine Feminine's open to receiving your love, you're going to feel you're going to be able to express it now. Okay. This card urges you to take the initiative in your love life. That may mean contacting someone to whom you're attracted and asking that person out on a date. It could also mean sending flowers, texts, or gifts to your beloved. As you express romance, these feelings pour through you. You actually become the biggest beneficiary of your romantic displays as you enjoy how they make you feel to an even greater degree. The more you give love, the more you experience it. Of course, do make sure that you're also open to receiving the love that comes to you from God, the angels, and other people. So really, again, a joint message for the Divine Masculine, Divine Feminine. Is your heart open to love? If it's not, your counterpart's going to feel it. Or you're going to feel it as a reflection of yourself, but you're going to view it as being through them. Just be open, guys. Open to this this divine love. One more? One more. Has the washing machine finished? That was quick. It's just gone quiet. Okay. This could be the one. This could be the one. You're still questioning it. This could be the one. Underneath it says you've already met the romantic partner you seek. Stop questioning it. Either you know or you don't know. This could be the one. Despite outside conditions, appearances, this could be the one. If you're still asking yourself that, this could be the one. You're not there. This card signals that you've already met the person you romantically seek. Perhaps you're already in a relationship with him or her. The romance angel sent you this card because it seems you're not recognising or enjoying the full potential of this person and the relationship. Sometimes you may overlook someone who's meant for you because you have a different idea of what your partner should look or act like. Take a moment to consider who this might be. The first person to come to mind is probably the one. Next, invite the romance angels into your dreams as you're going to bed. Ask them to give you very clear information about your romantic partner, either in your present relationship or a future one. During sleep, you're more open to angelic guidance. When you awaken, you may not remember your dreams, but you will have a clearer sense of romance and partnership. Take any action you feel called to based on your inner guidance, even if it seems unrelated to your love life. Trust that the angels are leading you towards the one you desire. So Divine Feminine, if you're going to bed, contemplating, not knowing who the one is that you romantically have these feelings for, It's like then when your masculine goes to sleep and you're in dream state, he's not going to be shown, is he? Because you're not even sure whether or not you're actually certain that you want, you know, to co-create and spend your life with one particular person. And it's normally the outside influences that will kind of say, well, where is he then? Or is this like pointless? Is it pointless waiting for the one that sets your soul on fire? Until that's replaced, you'll be silly to take your, I suppose, your affection away from that connection, especially if it lit you up. That's where you need to practice patience. Who gets to decide when you're stable and secure within, and when you actually know what you're wanting? Just like you don't want a masculine in your life who's not sure whether you're the one or not, you know what? He doesn't either. Who would want that? You want them to be certain, wouldn't you? This could be the one. Okay. Trust that the angels are leading you towards the one you desire. The enchanted map. You can't give your love to someone so quickly and then just take it away like that. That wasn't, if you do that, then no, that's not true unconditional love. If you love, you love. Full stop. That's it. It doesn't matter what the other person's doing. You just know what you love and what you desire. That's not about being possessive and saying that it has to be this. But if you've hooked onto this divine love, you know what it feels like. And you stick with it and you will manifest it. Whether it comes through that person or not, you know, however it comes, you're going to recognise it. But all the time you're telling yourself it's not coming, it's not coming. Release it all. Release it, honestly. Release it all to the divine. But what's to come out in reverse first? Talisman. So let's read it because I stated I was going to read both meanings. So we're going to read the reverse meaning first. 49. A reverse talisman card warns that you must be aware of the repetitive patterns in your life. Sometimes the things that feel most familiar carry with them reminders of what you don't want to experience again. Can you focus on those happy thoughts? Listen, it wasn't bad with your divine masculine, otherwise you wouldn't have. Okay, you're just choosing to focus on those aspects. Well, you wouldn't want them to focus on all your bad aspects, would you? And you have them. We all do. So let's look for the love and light within all. Okay. So sometimes the things that feel most familiar with them reminders. Okay. Let's just start again. A reverse talisman card warns that you must be aware of the repetitive patterns in your life. Sometimes the things that feel most familiar carry with them reminders of what you don't want to experience again. Yet, here you are, faced with an important choice. You can move forward cautiously, or you can look for another path that will take you in a new direction. Consider this. If you've fallen down a hole a few times, why wouldn't you walk around it this time? If you know where the hole lies, treasure that wisdom. Although the universe is unlimited, every individual path has some limitations. Accepting that not all avenues are available to you at this time is a powerful realisation. That said, you don't have to retrace your footsteps either. No matter what, you're on the path to gain greater wisdom, regardless of the choice you make. This is the time to ask others who have been here before for advice and assistance. Their wisdom will awaken your own. So let's have a look at the talisman upright. A lesson truly learned is crystallized or as earned wisdom. You have all you need for the success you seek. Wisdom allows you to recognise traps on the road and familiar patterns that you want to avoid. It also enables you to quickly gather information about where you are on your journey. It helps you recognise your allies and know how to find the best routes along the way. Now you're at a place where you know the right things to do and the best choices to make. You really can't commit a mistake. Whatever your inquiry, great fortune awaits you, for you have the wisdom to arrive at the right decision. You've learned your lessons and earned your right to success. You have to learn the lessons and then you'll earn the right to your success. I love it. Okay. It's nothing like a big kick up the arse, is there? Wow. I don't know why on earth I've gone to the Sacred Destiny card again, but we have, and it's new beginnings. I don't question it. Share. When you share, everyone feels happy. Practice. Okay, we'll go to new beginnings. We're keeping me on for an hour. Okay. It's just like a lie. Yes, I know. Where do the ends come? After miracles. New beginnings, radiant sunshine. The sun is the most profound symbol of life itself, large enough to fit 1 million Earths inside it. In ancient cultures, the largesse of the rising sun represented hope and the understanding that life begins again, fresh and new. Responsible for the climate and weather of the Earth, it is a symbol of birth and rebirth. It can also represent resurrection and a time of profound spiritual awakening. It symbolises the end of darkness and the beginning of light, and an initiation of a whole new cycle. How beautiful is that? When you have faith and belief in this journey, and the divine, and your divine masculine. Okay, it can also represent resurrection and a time of profound spiritual awakening. It symbolises the end of darkness and the beginning of light, and an initiation of a whole new cycle, but only if you believe. The sacred landscape wants you to know your life is expanding in profound and wondrous ways. New experiences and ideas are emerging. Vitality and wide open opportunities are at hand. Seize the day. This is a perfect time to begin that new project or give birth to an emerging idea. Timing is everything, and the time is now. Anything and everything is possible. I'll repeat that. Anything and everything is possible. No exclusions from that. Good fortune awaits you. The rising sun is the ultimate symbol of the yang principle, masculine, expanding power and activity. Do you believe this to be possible, that your divine masculine could be awakening, spiritual awakening, the end of the darkness and the beginning of light, the initiation of a whole new cycle? Do you believe that's possible? It's saying here, anything and everything is possible. Good fortune awaits you. The rising sun is the ultimate symbol of the yang principle, expanding power and activity. You are radiant and luminous. There is a glow within you that can be felt by all. So allow that glow to shine. Don't let anyone dull your sparkle inside. It can be felt by all. Take the message. Secrets of the Moon was the next card. I feel like I'm giving you a bit of a bollocking, but hey, it's all for the greater good, honestly. Okay. I'm going to go to the Mother Mary card. And we shall leave it there. And I shall go and eat my juicy fruit. Like for sure. For sure. Let's have a grape. Just looking at all these books. Okay. Personal development. Get your nose into a good book. It's going to help you to grow. Okay, let's end with a Mother Mary card. Hi, Jasper. Our Lady of Radiant Grace. I pick this up here with the Divine Feminine. This graceful energy. Okay. Let's have the message then. Card number 33, Christ Consciousness, but it's coming through Our Lady of Radiant Grace. The descent of my grace changes everything. Your body, your mind and your soul are brought to life in new ways and freedom opens up to you. Can you release your familiarity with and attachment to old ways of being? Can you release your expectation of enslavement and control? You are my child. When you place your trust in me, I allow no one to harm you, no thing to confine your spirit. You are free to live wildly and expansively. There shall be no prison for your soul, beloved of mine. Your soul shall be in love with the earth and fly free. Like an animal that has been wounded and must learn to release aggression and distrust in order to know love and tenderness, we too must learn how to trust again and again. The nature of modern culture is that it tries to kill the soul and break the spirit. We are pushed and prodded into fitting into stereotypes, humbled into believing we are not enough just as we are, and manipulated into believing we must buy our way into status in order to have worth. The body is humiliated by comparisons and judgments, and the spirit is derided by beliefs that if you cannot see or touch it physically, then it isn't real. You aren't in the real world if you believe in spiritual matters. You are delusional and naive if you aim to live from love rather than from scarcity, power games and fear. This is a part of the test of being human. We were born to rise above these humiliations and disparagements, to become stronger than them, wiser than them. In doing so, we help liberate others as well, showing the way, a more authentic and healing way to live. We were born not to fear our bodies and deny our spirits, but to love the earth and fly with the wings of the Holy Mother's grace. Even with powerful and marvellous wings upon our back, and the perfect current in the air through which to soar into freedom and exhilaration, if we do not trust enough to leap, all that comes to nothing. Even with powerful and I've already read that part. So you do have powerful and marvellous wings on your back. To live into our divine destiny, which is so much nobler, more compassionate, kind, emotionally rich, creative and rebellious than modern culture would have us believe, we need to trust. We need to trust that we are enough and that we are worthy of receiving. This is not some misplaced sense of entitlement or belief that the world owes us, or that the suffering of others only matters, if at all, when we have all our own needs met. The spiritual grace of the Holy Mother does not revolve around immature tantrums or thwarted egos. The ability to receive what this oracle speaks of requires the genuine, heart-centered realization that the divine lives and breathes as us, and wants us to come into full expression through all that we are, unique talents and quirky visions included. For this trust to manifest, and for us to be freed from self-imposed prisons that would lock us into fearful doubt and confusion, we need the radiant grace of Our Lady. That Lady's grace is sunlight, cutting through cloud and illuminating the earth in golden light. That grace is the joyful gasp that erupts from your lips when you witness a spontaneous, beautiful moment in the natural world. That is the grace that lifts us. Shall we repeat that part? That lifts us? That grace is the joyful gasp that erupts from your lips when you witness a spontaneous, beautiful moment in the natural world. That is the grace that lifts us. We see that the door on the cage we once believed ourselves to be locked within is actually not locked at all. That grace is the chappelle we need to kick the door open and dare to step outside. It is the Divine Mother standing on the other side of the unlocked cage door, that we have just kicked open, beckoning us to join her. She stands there in a lush field of wild flowers, hair blowing in the wind, calling to us. She says, "Come here, beloved of mine. Step into this wild world with me. We have so much to share together and with the rest of the world. Let's go rattle some cages." Listen, I'm the first one there, yeah? Okay. I'm the one encouraging you all to rattle these cages. Okay, let's go rattle some cages. Freedom awaits all of my children. This oracle comes to you at a time when, whether you are conscious of it or not, a greater spiritual embodiment is upon you. This will take great courage to accept. You are not necessarily feeling control or understand some of the changes in relationships and life circumstances that happen as a result of this greater divine presence manifesting within your being. These changes are manifesting through the Mother's grace to allow for you to be free. Remember that freedom does not mean being alone. Freedom comes with a sense of living your destiny without obstruction. This will include having deep and connected relationships that feed and nourish the soul. Allow the Mother to flow into your heart and be with you as you trust in what is unfolding now through her radiant grace. I am not doing the healing ritual. Oh, I feel like I feel like I've got indigestion. Okay. That's cleared. Not a lump in my throat, it was like a lump, in my heart, I suppose. We'll swallow that down. Okay. Pride. Let's have a look at the affirmators. I feel like getting an affirmator. Gentleness. I speak with gentleness and I listen with gentleness. I align with the gentlest part of myself and I take joy in being receptive, open and unafraid. It's that compassion. That's gentle. Very gentle. Gentle for a gentleman to show up with compassion. I speak with gentleness and I listen with gentleness. I align with the gentlest part of myself and I take joy in being receptive, open and unafraid. I'm like a baby deer who's best friends with a baby elephant. The baby elephant wraps its little trunk around my shoulders and we lie down gently on the grass, daydreaming and talking about what sorts of humans the clouds look like. I love that. Gentleness. Look for that silver lining, guys. Okay. This one. Authenticity. It feels like me shouting, I don't mean to. Listen, I work on my gentleness, okay? Getting my point across. It's 4:44. Okay. Authenticity is the name of the game. Whatever comes up, I will feel it. Whatever needs to be said, I will say it. Whoever doesn't get it, doesn't have to get it. But at least they know it because I've said it. And that's way better than leaving a passive-aggressive note about it. Yes, let's just speak it out. Okay. I said about calling this video for whoever needs this message or whoever needs to hear this message. We're getting another one. Generosity. It's nice. It's nice. It's like here, look, shouting, you need to be generous. Show compassion. Be more gentle. I give generously to those around me, no matter how much or how little I have. I know there is more than enough to go around, and that the key is to keep it and the key is to allow it to keep going around without stopping. If I stop the flow, I'm like the one person at the stadium who doesn't do the wave. If you stop the flow, there's no one's going to be waving at you, saying hello. If you've got an energy that's really defensive, hurt, you're just going to attract more of that, okay? So if I stop the flow of love, I'm like the one person at the stadium who doesn't do the wave. You don't want to be that person. That person's well, like, highlighted. Everyone can see the person that doesn't join him. Okay. You got this. You got it. And I'm out of here. How long? 1 hour, 5 minutes, 22 seconds. Let's go. Your potential is endless. So stop believing that you're not worthy. And whatever you are, be a good one. If you're a lover, if you're a channel of lover, be a good one. Okay, bring love. Tomorrow you will be unstoppable. I love it. Okay, nothing like a bit of procrastination. Don't waste your beautiful mind on ugly thoughts. Let's leave it there. Have yourself a fantastic evening, day, and I will catch up with you guys soon. Much love. Take care. Mind those thoughts. Okay, don't waste your beautiful mind on ugly thoughts. Okay, much love. Bye for now.